Welcome back to the Jersey Oddcast. Local news with a twist and just enough chaos to keep things interesting. We are your hosts, Joseph F. Berenato, Gabriel J. Donio, and me, Gina Rullo. This week we have a fun and light show for you. We're talking about what's happening locally, from the Wall Memorial in Hammonton and other updates, to some big and exciting news out of DiMeglio Septic and Quality Sanitation, and what that means for the communities that they serve. And we're excited to welcome Paul DiMeglio to the Oddcast. Plus, we've got your community calendar, an odd poll that might divide families this Easter, and an Oddcast Odd Fact that will completely change how you think about New Jersey and caviar. And of course, we'll hit a little pop culture because apparently nothing is normal there either. So stick with us. We've got updates, opinions, and probably a few disagreements along the way. Let's get right into it. How was your week, guys?
It was a good week, I would say. Overall, spring has sprung, so everybody's seems like in a better mood after all those cold days of winter.
Tell me about it. My week, there was St. Patrick's Day, and then the day after, I took down my St. Patrick's Day decorations. I put up my Easter decorations. Day after that was my sister's birthday, and she was nice enough to take me to the eye doctor on her birthday. She is.
Yeah,
She's,
it's all right.
and I feel
Shout
like
out.
I have failed her over the last 48 years because after the eye doctor, she came in my apartment to get her birthday present, and as she was looking on my bookshelf, I don't know if you can see them. No, but she looked. I've got a collection of phasers behind me, and they look like this. And she's, "What's with the glue guns?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, wow.
I have failed you. I don't blame her for
Yeah,
that. That's my fault."
This is
yeah,
why
it
she's
is.
my
Yeah.
favorite. Oh my God, I love her so much.
What's with the glue guns? I love
Yeah.
it.
And she's
So
like, "Are you crafty, Joe? Do you have an Etsy shop?"
she's like, "Why do you have
Yeah,
five glue guns down there?" I'm like,
yeah.
"No, no,
Where's
they're
your cricket?
yeah." So again, that's not on her. That is a failing on my part. So Annie, I'm sorry, but
I was excited to see the town's post about the wall memorial that they're doing for veterans. Joe, you have any
yeah,
news
that's
for us?
I do. That has been in discussion for a while. They had first talked about it sometime last year, and then they mentioned it again at the reorg. And now, finally, the announcement is that the town of Hammonton is constructing a monument at Hammonton Veterans Memorial Park to honor all who served our country in the post Vietnam era, defined as 1976 to present. This new monument, called the Wall of Honor, will be unveiled and dedicated at Hammonton's Veterans Day ceremony on November 11th, 2026. If you or a loved one served during this time period and wish to be included in the monument, please fill out the survey located at https:// bit.ly/wall-of/honor, and that link is also available on the town's website. The survey asks for the name of the service member as it should appear on the monument, the years of service, the branch of service, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, whether they're living or deceased, email address, and phone number of the applicant. Questions may be directed to Councilman J.D. Calderon by phone at 609-444-7194 or by email at jdcalderon@townofhammonton.org. And once you have filled out the survey, please email a copy of the DD-214 for the service member to jdcalderon@townofhammonton.org to confirm service, and a rendering of the proposed monument is also available on the town's website.
This is exciting, and I'm glad that we're doing it. I just think it's really ambitious to have all of the names and have it built by November.
As I understand, the company that they have contracted with does engraving on site. So I don't think they need all unless they're trying to go alphabetically, which I don't think
Right.
any of the other memorials do. Having the monument up by Veterans Day is absolutely feasible and doable, and at least the first round of engravings. And then as more people, they come out and say, "Oh, I did this," or "I've decided that I want to be," or "my brother or my grandfather," or whatever, then they can continue to engrave as time goes by. Because I'm pretty sure that's how it's worked with the previous monuments as well.
I just think of it as I agree with you, Gina. The timeline is quick, but I'm thinking in the macro. It's great to have this wall of honor added
Absolutely.
to the memorials, not just in Veterans Memorial Park. When you think about the memorials in the Oak Grove Cemetery and in Greenmount, dating back to the Civil War era, this will now complete our honoring of all veterans from all of the conflicts that Hammontonians have been involved with. That's a great link to the in the chain of honoring those people.
I concur.
In other news, the town of Hammonton is making another move in hiring. They have a call out for a violations clerk part-time in the municipal court office. The town of Hammonton is seeking applicants for a part-time violations clerk to work under the direction of the municipal court administrator. Duties include, but are not limited to, handling clerical tasks related to processing, traffic, and criminal violations. Again, this is another part-time position for the town of Hammonton. I think it's 19 hours or so a week. And it is another position that they're looking for to fill out their roster. It's $20 per hour. It's $19.50. It's 19.5 hours per week, $20 per hour, and bilingual in Spanish is a plus but not required. To apply, go to townofhammonton.org/employment. Again, not full time. It's a great way to get your foot in the door. Maybe you could be a part-time violations clerk and a part-time municipal code enforcer. I don't know. It's just an idea. You know what I mean? And also, Egg Harbor City, on a different note, is looking to hire a part-time code enforcement officer, 15 hours per week, $17 to $20 an hour. So again, maybe between the three, you could pull together a job. I don't know. Full-time job?
Seems that way. It's good that they're looking, that the position is needed, it sounds like. And so hopefully someone of quality will come in and fill it.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd want to have that many jobs all around at the same time, especially since I think the violations clerk, they at least have very specific days that they're working. Like whenever court is in session, I think is when they've got to be there. But at least with I would think maybe the code enforcement officials might have a little bit more flexibility. So maybe it could work. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas. I'm making stuff up as I go along.
You just described life, didn't you?
I sense that.
I'm trying to live a little dangerously now in my old age.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. I am trying to live nearly as dangerously as I used to.
Hammonton is a great place to live, work, and play. So just come work for the town of Hammonton. What could be better?
Yeah.
Maybe if they had dogs as part of the office culture, I think that would make it better, but that's about it.
Oh, I think every office should have at least have the option of dogs.
Agreed.
100%.
If you're like us
ones, though.
and you want to relocate to Hammonton or anywhere in South Jersey, or maybe you want to move your business into Hammonton or somewhere in South Jersey, please call Phil Carr.
That's right, Gina. If you're looking to buy or sell your home or commercial property in South Jersey, call Phil Carr, owner of Crowley & Carr Real Estate. Crowley & Carr is the best place in town to find the best place in town. Call them at 609-561-0505 or go to Facebook or Instagram.
So I look at all of us, we're all wearing glasses. I think about the job application. And if you're looking at the job application to work for the town of Hammonton and it looks a little too small for you, maybe you need glasses. We suggest calling Hammonton Family Eye Care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that application's blurry, why not see Hammonton Family Eye Care for routine and medical eye care for all ages? From glasses to contacts to eye exams and more, visit Hammonton Family Eye Care at Peachtree Plaza, 80 South Whitehorse Pike in Hammonton. Call 609-567-7479 or go to hammontonfamilyeyecare.com.
Welcome back to the Jersey Oddcast, and we are excited to have with us today Paul DiMeglio, co-owner of DiMeglio Septic and owner of Quality Sanitation. Welcome to the Jersey Oddcast, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Gina? Good to see you. Hello, Gabe, Joe.
How are you, Paul?
How are you, Paul? How you doing?
Well, I'll be your wife. You know that.
Oh, he's bringing in the jokes. Great.
That's it.
I thought he was bringing in the charm.
That's it.
Oh, that's what they say. Paul DiMeglio, he's charming.
He's known for it. He's known for it.
You know,
Paul, go ahead, Gina.
no, go ahead, please, Gabe.
Paul, we're here to talk about the big news that you've got a new name for your Quality Sanitation LLC by DiMeglio. Can you talk to us a little bit about it?
Yeah, back in 2005, I originated a new company called Quality Sanitation to try to take the portable toilets out of our septic division and make its own company. I just never really did it until lately. We've been working on this for a year to make the transition, and we just thought it was a lot better that the portable toilet side of the DiMeglio septic was getting a lot bigger. It's getting harder to control the bills on who pays for what, and we just decided that now is the time to separate it, give it its own new entity. And with the name Quality Sanitation, we're trying to build quality. We want quality service along with our quality customers, quality trucks, quality employees. So we think it's going to work out quite well this year. And it's been a long journey. We've updated a lot of our equipment. We've instituted a new program for our portable toilet rentals. And we're going through that process now to make a better program system, better tracking, better billing system for our customers, make things a little more convenient. But of course, like anything, every time you try to start something new, there's always a lot of hiccups and mistakes, and we've got to try to work that out. So we're trying to get ready before the season.
Okay.
What is the season, and who is your primary customer for Quality Sanitation?
Yeah, because you seem to have a lot of them. Yeah.
I would say probably our season starts probably right around March, and we'll go until probably the end of October, maybe to the beginning of November. That's predominantly the work seasons. We do a lot of municipalities, construction sites. Of course, we do a lot of the farms in Hammonton and also in other areas down in Violent and everything. So we have to handle a lot of the migrant workers and so forth. June and July doing blueberry season, it's very stressful, not only for the farmers, but for us. And trying to get a lot of units out, getting services done. And as we all know, our blueberry farmers are under a lot of strict restrictions, and we got to follow a lot of protocols. We try to stay on top of that for them, and by updating our equipment and all of that helps out a lot. So we're pretty diverse in a lot of our rentals to who we rent to and so forth. And of course, we do a lot on the weekends for parties and events. We have restroom trailers that we also take out for weddings, big venues. So it's kind of like a mix of everything, but probably start in March. We do a lot of municipalities that we get, a lot of county work. And then, of course, in the summer, we get a lot of the farmers, and then the construction goes in between.
Okay.
How long have you, DiMeglio Septic itself, been in business? We're talking decades.
My father originated DiMeglio Septic in 1975. That's when he acquired his license and permitting for the state. And we really made a big effort in 1991 to move the septic more into the construction of installing and repairing septics, doing a lot of restaurant work, grease traps and so forth. And we've instituted a lot of other things along the way. But my father started everything back in 1975, and the portable toilets was instituted in December of 1990.
Okay, so company has been around for 51 years. That's pretty impressive.
This is our 50th year. We're celebrating 50 years this year, and I would have to say we haven't had a lot of major growth until we've been controlled growth. We don't want to grow too fast. We found our niche, and we try to stay close to our customers. Don't want to stretch too far with work, because then we can't give the service to our local people that have been with us for 50 years.
Sure.
It's controlled growth, and just try to keep our area and give the best service we can to anybody that calls.
What's the secret to retaining customers for that long, do you think?
Admit you're wrong when you make a mistake. You got to give the service. I think when people find out, we all know about rising costs, especially over the last 5-6 years with this COVID that we had to deal with for years. That really hurt us a lot. I think people understand cost, but retaining customers, you got to give the service. You have to be respectful. And anything else, if you make a mistake or whatever, you live up to it. But you just got to give the service and be respectful.
Great.
That's a great point. Another quality business that's been serving the Hammonton community for years is the Silver Coin Diner.
That's right, Gina. Silver Coin Diner is located in the heart of South Jersey between Philadelphia and Atlantic City. It's a family-owned restaurant. It serves South Jersey since 1982. It cleans like a 50s diner on the outside and is warm and inviting on the inside. The Silver Coin is famous for serving quality food at family-friendly prices. This rock star of a diner is on the cutting edge of restaurant trends, constantly updating its menu and introducing new healthy specials. Everyone at the Silver Coin is eager to please. So if you are in the area or passing through, stop in their location at 20 South Whitehorse Pike in Hammonton and let them treat you like family. Contact the Silver Coin Diner at 609-561-6974 or visit their website at silvercoindiner.net.
And speaking of businesses that have a long time in business, we could also talk about our friends at MasterWire.
Yes, we can, because for more than 40 years, MasterWire Manufacturing Fence Company has been providing the South Jersey and tri-state area with residential and commercial fence supplies and services. Whether you're looking for quality products to do it yourself or are in need of a trustworthy fencing company to install your fence, they've got you covered. MasterWire Manufacturing Fence Company provides the highest quality products and customer service to each and every person who walks through their doors or gives them a call. Contact MasterWire at 609-567-1616 or visit their website at masterwirefence.net.
When I think about your business, Paul, and the comments that I hear from customers over the years, and I've been in the Hammonton area for about 30 years now, it's this level of quality, it's the excellent customer service. How do you sustain that, and how do you train your employees to deliver to your customers as if they were you? Because you can't be on every job site all the time.
That's the difficult part. I think when the employees get here, as we start training our employees and so forth, when they start to find out the long-time relationship that we have with a lot of our customers, and I'm going to pick on the farmers. My father basically knew a lot of people, and I think we started out where they would use people, and I had to live up to a good reputation with my father by giving good service. For years, I serviced the farmers myself, and I got to know them and so forth on a very close basis, almost like family. And when the employees see that, they start to understand the closeness that you have. And when somebody can pick up the phone and call the owner direct, they get a little weary of that. So I constantly institute to them that, look, these aren't just customers, these are family. When you have people that have been with you for 30 years, it's no more a customer. And that's not just in Hampton, that's anywhere. I can remember servicing an elderly woman in the Newtonville area. Like I said, you give respect. My father always called her Mrs. I called her Mrs. And I'm telling you what, when my father had passed away, she sent a man's card for my dad. So when you have long-time customers and you build that bond, our employees understand that, and that's what we try to instill in them. And even here at DiMeglio Septic, it's a family. It's a family-owned business, and we try to treat our employees family as much as we can. And they have problems like we have problems. So you have to just instill it into them constantly. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't work, well, then we have to split our ways and get another employee that's going to understand it.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that the expansion over the years has been controlled growth. That's smart, because if you expand too quickly, then you can't give the same level of service that your longtime customers have come to expect. So I imagine that's helped quite a bit as well through the years.
It has, and we try to take on work that we know we can handle. If we can't handle it, we're not going to do it. I'm sure you may be familiar with the National MS Society has a big bike tour every year that they go from Cherry Hill to Ocean City. This is going to be our 32nd year doing it. Okay. Now, I take that back. 29 years. We've been doing that event for 29 years. And I've gotten to know a lot of the people there and so forth, but to have an event that runs from Cherry Hill to Ocean City with almost 300 portable toilets, delivered on a Friday, service Saturday, and picked up on Sunday, it's a heavy task, and people expect that. So we try to keep our niche in our own area, and to do an event like that could be 80, 90 miles away, it would be quite difficult, and you don't want to embarrass yourself. If you can't do the job, then just let the people know, and they respect you more for that.
Sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that shows a depth of experience too, because you're doing like major events like the MS Bikeathon, and you're also doing the farm businesses and the construction. Is there any business or any market that you would like to get into that you really haven't tapped into with the portable toilets? Is there someone like, you know what, I really want to get into this and I haven't yet?
I think we touched on it a little bit here and there. I was told years ago, stick to what you know and constantly improve on it, and you'll succeed. You try to venture out into something totally different, it's probably not going to work. So we've done pretty well with where we're at now and what we're doing, and I don't think there's really much more we can stretch out to that's going to be more profitable or to be bigger. Sometimes it's not always about the money, it's about the service and retaining the customer. So to try to branch out to do something a little bit different may not pan out as well as we may think.
That's fair. It's very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, what's the most challenging part of the job, and what's the most rewarding part of the job?
The hardest part is trying to find employees that understand how to work and how to get things done and stay on top of it. I think a lot of businesses today are having a hard time trying to find qualified personnel that are willing to do the job. And let's face it, servicing portable restrooms on a daily basis isn't the most glorified job in the world. So it's very hard to find employees that are going to be dedicated to it. We find that to be probably the hardest thing right now. And sometimes people make mistakes and you got to work with them to correct those mistakes. So that seems to be the hardest thing that we're having. The reward, finally going home and saying, you know what, we didn't have any accidents today. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got stuck. Nothing serious happened. It was a good day. So that's probably the most rewarding thing. Like I said earlier, it's not always about the money. So sometimes it's better to know that we had a safe day and everybody did their job and everybody's going home happy. So that's probably our primary look.
Great.
When I think of safety, I also think of one of our show sponsors, Diversified Insurance, who makes sure everybody is safe on the road, keeps their homes safe, and their businesses safe.
Yes, and you should see Diversified Insurance for all your commercial and personal insurance needs. They are a value-added firm. They provide unsurpassed service, consult with you to determine your needs, and offer you a choice of insurance plans and programs. They are a value hunter who can find you the best combination of coverage, service, and price. Contact them today at 609-567-7771 or visit their website at diversifiedinsuranceofnj.com.
It's almost Easter, and that means it's basket cheese season at Bagliani's Market.
That's true, Gina. And remember, at Bagliani's Market, they always say, we treat our customers like family. With a variety of custom cut meats, farm fresh produce, delicious cheeses, a full deli, and more, Bagliani's Market has something for everyone. They are famous for their wide variety of authentic Italian specialty products. Try their Italian bread and rolls, prepared foods, and homemade pasta. Follow their social media for weekly loyalty reward promos. Bagliani's Market is located at 417 12th Street in Hammonton. Call 609-561-0693 or visit Facebook and Instagram for more information.
Thank you, Gabe. With the name change or the separation more with Quality Sanitation from DiMeglio Septic, has there been any confusion? Are you branding anything with DiMeglio on the Quality Sanitation so people know it's you, so that they know that they're getting that reputation and level that they've come to expect from you for the last 30 odd years in that business?
Two things we've done, and we have an employee that we hired, Janet, who's helped us out with a lot of things by using the language Quality Sanitation LLC by DiMeglio. We're always showing everybody that we're still the same company, we're still the same people, you still have the same employees that were working with you before. We've also had branded our shirts the same with the maroon color, with the gold lettering, even with quality. So everybody knows that it just may be a change of name, but it's still the same personnel, the same family. So we've worked that out. We're hoping that's going to be the catch that everybody understands. We haven't heard any issues or anything at this time. People understand. We've explained to them exactly what we've explained to you, that we just need to separate. It's getting a little too out of hand, and we just have to track things a lot differently now. So we think it's a very good move at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anytime you have a subdivision that warrants its own LLC, I'd take that as a good thing.
That's what we're advised to do by our accountant and lawyers. That's how we did it. Other than that, I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to improve a lot. With the updated equipment that we have and our IT equipment that we've updated and all over the last 18 months, I think we're going to be a lot better off.
Great.
So where do you find yourself spending most of your time? Are you focused on the septic side of the business, or are you with the portable toilets, or is your time split?
We have people that handle certain divisions. We have Billy who handles our portable restrooms along with Priscilla, and then we have Jimmy who handles the septic along with Margie, and then Marie handles a lot of our internal human resources. I handle the majority of the construction. I handle a lot of the installations and the repairs. I deal with the engineers and the customers on that. We haven't been able to find somebody to take my spot handling things, but I've been doing it for quite a while now. But of course, when the restroom season starts to kick in, believe me, I'm all the way around. I'm here 7 days a week, and we're constantly moving and taking on new work and handling the customer. Believe me, there's more people that have my cell phone than I want to know.
We promise not to share it, Paul.
Yeah,
We promise.
we will not put that on the Oddcast. Don't worry.
Most drivers and the employees here cannot believe that people call and they say, I'll call and say, look, what was the problem here? What was the problem there? How'd you know about it? Well, the customer had my cell phone. So when I talk about I've been here probably since I was 17, 37 years. So there's a lot of people that know me, and they're going to call me direct if they're not getting what they want. So I'm all the way around, Gina.
Fair. And you're also involved with the community. I know you've helped out with a lot of different charity groups and things like that. Is there anything that's special in that area to your heart that you really enjoy being involved with outside of work and your family?
I don't really belong to any of the societies in Hammonton that much. I did it one time when I had a little bit more free time, but now we're expanding and trying to do a little bit more. It's a little tough to get around. But no, not really. I work 7 days a week. There's not much more I do. Always got to be on call for somebody that's got a call. So it makes it a little rough. But
So that you're willing to lend out a hand. If someone calls you, you're always willing to help.
Yeah,
that is true.
And I tell you what, all the societies in Hammonton, I think we've done business with all of them. And I tell you what, I can't say a bad word about any of them. Just a lot of great people in town. There are times that we do have to help out and donate because they might be starting something new and they don't know if they're going to make money or not. So we do what we can when we can. I have to say, along with many towns in South Jersey that we deal with, Hammonton, I got a lot of family there. Gabe, I mean, our families go way back.
way back.
It's amazing how everybody knows everybody and everybody gets along. And I really feel appreciative to the local towns that have supported me, and I do my best for them, especially Hammonton, where I got a lot of family. But that's what we've always been speaking about. Everything's about family.
Yeah. And you've definitely gotten a reputation in town as someone who was willing to help when needed.
Yeah, you know what? It's nice to know that you're fortunate enough to do it. And that makes a lot. So there's been a lot of hard times years ago, and there's a lot of people that helped my father out in times of hard times, and I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for my family. And you know what? When you get to that point, you got to learn to give back and appreciate what you have. And it's nice to know that people in the local town of Hammonton do appreciate it. And I appreciate doing it.
That's great quality.
Gabe and Joe are lifelong Hammonton residents like you are. What is your favorite memory or time of year in Hammonton or in South Jersey, and something that you want to make sure that you pass down to your kids?
The week of the 16th. The feast
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's always been Christmas to me. That's like Christmas in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of families,
Italian Christmas.
Great food. All the stands are phenomenal. All the people that are working at the stands, you can see how hard they work, and you learn to appreciate. And it's just our Lady Mount Carmel Festival with all the stands and all. It's really great. And I tell you what, all great people.
That's great.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's the best week in town. You can stand on a corner of 3rd and Pleasant or 3rd and French and just stand there for an hour and still talk to 1,000 people that you know, and you haven't moved an inch. And just hopefully you have a water or a lemonade in your hand, and you can just see everybody. It's a great reunion week.
It really is. It's like there's nothing like that hometown feeling on the week of the 16th, for sure.
Yeah.
I know everybody thinks it's all about Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and that's what the festival's all about, but I think it's a lot more than that. It's a place where everybody can get together, whether it's in the afternoon or in the evening, and you can just enjoy yourself and meet everybody. It's a lot more than just a feast. So that's what's pretty neat for me. And like I said, it's like Christmas in the summertime.
That's that feeling. It really is.
If you were to teach a business class, and someone was like on entrepreneurship, what are some easy lessons or talking points that you would tell these students who are thinking, yeah, I want to own my own business? What advice would you give them?
Find a great corporate attorney, a great accountant, and be willing to work hard, and don't take vacations.
That's great.
We feel that one. We feel that one.
I don't want to get into the history of my father-in-law, but there was a point in time when it was very tough and it was very hard. And just working hard, just drilling it out for 10, 12, 14 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. If you work hard enough, you'll make it. If you enjoy doing what you do and you're willing to work hard for it, you'll appreciate it more. Whether you become a millionaire or not, And like I said, it's not about the money. You got to have the personal satisfaction of what you're doing is good and you're happy to do it. It's nice when the customer's happy. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get that too. So you just got to work hard and you have to enjoy doing what you're doing. And you don't have to go to college. I think college is great. It's nice to have that background, but take up skills, learn a trade. That gives you a little bit more of a background in things. I don't mind a 2-year college. Not everybody should go to college or should have to go to college. There's
Agreed.
a lot more out there. Some people go to college and some aren't, but work hard. And if you do it, you'll make it. And always be honest and live up to your faults.
Right.
Okay.
And how about for Quality Sanitation and DiMeglio Septic? Is there anything else that you think our viewers and listeners should know about the business as you move into the spring season?
We're ready to tackle what you're going to give us. We're working hard. We're now looking for more employees to try to give the service more. We're working with same day service. It's just, we're ready to go. So.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
We appreciate you joining us today, Paul. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you again for your sponsorship of the Jersey Oddcast.
I thank
we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You all have a very good day.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
That was a great interview with Paul DiMeglio, and I am so excited that he was able to join us.
Same. Yeah, that was fun.
I think as someone who did go to business school, having someone like Paul come and speak candidly to a class on entrepreneurship would be very beneficial, because it's not just about office culture and wearing a suit, tie, that kind of lifestyle. It's also these other trade businesses. And it's a 7-day-a-week commitment. Like he said, it's lost vacations, it's lost time with family. And I think that would be really beneficial.
No, I would sign off on that. And especially when you
a lot of it comes down to hard work, like he said. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hard work and having the right people. The first two things that he rattled off, what advice would you give? Get a good attorney and a good accountant. I wouldn't even have thought of that in the first 5 lines of advice to give.
No, he was great.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, it's time for the DiMeglio Septic and Quality Sanitation commercial.
It is indeed. DiMeglio Septic and Quality Sanitation are here for a variety of services, including septic pump out, grease trap service, high pressure jetting, portable toilets, and more. Call 609-561-3597 or go to DiMeglioSeptic.com for DiMeglio Septic, or call 609-561-4666 for Quality Sanitation. Experience the DiMeglio difference, a promise of superior service, quality, and reliability.
Gabe, spring has sprung. What's happening in the Rocco's Townhouse community calendar?
Gina, the Rocco's Townhouse community calendar is sponsored by Rocco's Townhouse, and they pride themselves on being a spot where everyone can meet and eat. Delicious appetizers, entrees, burgers, and more, along with a full bar and plenty of craft beers on tap. Remember, everyone meets at the Townhouse, 21 North 3rd Street in Hammonton. Call them at 609-561-9384 or visit roccostownhouse.com. And now the Rocco's Townhouse community calendar. Let's take a look at what's happening around town. First up, Friday, March 27th, head over to the 14th Annual Fire Company No. 2 Fish Fry Dinner. It runs from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. with eat-in or takeout options available. It's $25 per platter and a great way to support our local fire company. Then on Saturday, March 28th, if you're feeling a little mysterious, check out the Murder Mystery Dinner Party at Giovanni's Event Space in Berlin. That's from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's $65 per person. It's BYOB, and yes, everyone's a suspect. Looking ahead to Friday, April 3rd, there's a lot going on. During the day from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., downtown Hammonton is hosting their Easter egg extravaganza on South 2nd Street. Bring out the kids for crafts, a petting zoo, and a visit with the Easter Bunny. Then later that night, things get a little more glow in the dark. Woof and Hoof Ranch is hosting a glow in the dark egg hunt. There's a teen hunt for ages 13 to 17 starting at 7:30 p.m. and an adult hunt for 18 plus starting at 8:45 p.m. It's $15 per person, and yes, there are bonus prizes and treats for the cows and the horses. That's your Rocco's Townhouse community calendar. Get out there, support local, and maybe solve a mystery or two along the way.
Thanks, Gabe. Last week, the world said goodbye to Chuck Norris. He was 86 years old when he passed away, and I believe that was on Friday, March 20th. He was the symbol of rugged American masculinity and the star of a show called Walker, Texas Ranger. And he became very popular as an internet meme.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
he was
That's
Chuck
true.
Norris. He was like a tough guy. I don't know, like he's just a tough guy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mess with him.
No, and it's funny too because the man didn't seem to age. Like he seemed to be perpetually 50 years old since what was it, Delta Force in the 80s? Yeah, and I remember kids had Chuck Norris action figures. I don't know what we were doing at 7, 8 years old watching Chuck Norris films, but it was the 80s, so it was a different time. But like dude was just everywhere and unstoppable. And I think my favorite, because Lord knows the internet has been having a field day since the man died making jokes, because we've been making Chuck Norris jokes now for 10 years, 15, 20 years.
The internet is a serious place, too, for grieving. Yeah.
Yeah. Chuck Norris didn't die. He kicked the bucket.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. 86 is a wonderful long life, good family, strong health. And quite a legacy. He'll live forever as an internet meme. Isn't that what we all want?
That is what we all want. Yes, that is true immortality. Yeah.
Oh, he'll live on forever.
Yeah.
And in other news, Nathan Fillion announced that there's going to be a Firefly revival. It's going to be animated as opposed to live action.
Mm-hmm.
This is because obviously it's been like 20 some odd years since the show and 21 years since the film Serenity.
Yeah, and another major reason is that Ron Glass, who was a star of the show and who older audience members may remember from Barney Miller, he passed away in November of 2016. And where they want to place the show is in between the end of Firefly and Serenity. There's a 3 or 4 year period in there, because I think Nathan Fillion said that Serenity was the perfect cap for it, and they didn't want to go beyond that. And considering how old they are, no one would believe that they'd fit into that period there. But I think, this is exciting because it gives them a chance to do what they want to do with the material. And for viewers, sci-fi nerds like myself with longer memories and long before I was born, Star Trek was canceled in 1969. It lived on in syndication, but a lot of audience interest was renewed through its cartoon, the animated series, which went from 1973, or new episodes were every Saturday morning. Yeah, Star Trek, the animated series.
Did you watch it, Gabe?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
To reevaluate our marriage.
Oh, no, it renewed popularity in the series. It ran for 2 years. New episodes ran every Saturday morning, and it brought back almost the entire original cast doing their voices. The only one who was left out was Walter Koenig. They said that they simply didn't have enough money for all of them to come back. But that ran through 1975, and then you had in 1979 Star Trek The Motion Picture, featuring the original cast. So I know Firefly was canceled after one season, much to the dismay of anybody who enjoyed the show. But this might be a way to reinvigorate interest and see it redevelop into something.
And also, wasn't Alan, how do you say his last name? Tudyk?
Tudyk.
He was killed. His character was killed? Or dies on the show in the movie or something? No?
That's a good question. That I don't know. I got to be honest with you.
I don't know enough
about the show. There's a discussion about that, too, I saw online.
Yeah.
Like, how are they getting that away?
If he died...
what Joe said, when did he die?
Yeah, if he died...
This new timeline allows for... This new show will allow for that to happen. Will allow for him to be on the show.
Yeah.
Speaking in continuity.
Yeah, if he died in the movie, then it's good to go because this takes place beforehand.
Yeah. I think it's exciting. There's a lot of fans who wanted it back, especially if we learned this week, or last week rather, that Buffy wasn't getting the reboot. You know what I mean? So this is something that people who are diehard Firefly fans, which there is, they're going to get their wish.
There's a big following.
Yeah,
they have a big following.
Yeah, not only is Buffy not getting the reboot, but we also learned that the actor who played Xander died. He was 54, I believe.
He passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad week.
Yeah.
In
It's been a
lighthearted
tough one.
news,
Yeah.
this is going to be an awful transition. In lighthearted news, Tina Fey hosted SNL UK last week, which makes me say, why? Do we really need an SNL UK?
What brought
Well,
this about? Do you guys know? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know the backstory on this.
Usually we steal the British shows, not them
Yeah.
stealing our shows.
Yeah, and usually when they steal our shows, they don't do nearly as well as their shows. Like I think there was a season of Law and Order London or Scotland Yard that didn't last very long. Usually we
Was it
take their
really?
ideas. Oh yeah, I think Jamie Bamber, who was Apollo in Battlestar Galactica, I think he was on the show, but it did not last very long.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, good for Tina Fey. Very exciting. Love Tina Fey on Saturday Night Live. Love Tina Fey in Mean Girls. Loved her on 30 Rock. So this is exciting
Loved
for
30
her.
Rock. Oh, loved 30 Rock.
And
Great show.
it's pretty much the same format, they're saying, as what we do in the US. But, like, why? Why are we doing this?
I said, why not?
It seems weird that we would export it so many years later.
51
also.
years
I mean,
later?
it's 5 decades into this. Yeah.
Well, you know what,
we're just now picking up on this.
I can see that though, because Great Britain is far older than we are, so they probably wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a fad, that it was going to stick around for a while. So after 50 years, they're like,
So, yeah,
okay, maybe
after
they're
50
onto
years.
something here. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, they had some guests there. They had Graham Norton, who's a TV host,
Mhm.
Michael Cera, Nicola Coughlan from Bridgerton. So that's good, and I think one newspaper called it shockingly competent and occasionally hilarious.
Oh, you know what that describes? I've watched shows and enjoyed them that haven't even
Occasionally.
gotten that kind of praise. We'll take it.
So we'll see. I'm curious to see if it makes it. If it makes it 2 years, I'd be really impressed. But I don't know. Gabe, what do you
Maybe.
think? Are you gonna find it on?
I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't watch enough of the actual Saturday Night Live, so I don't know if I'm going to make more time to watch now the UK version. Probably not. I'm going to say it's good on them. The other day on a radio station, someone referenced Benny Hill. I mean, so I'm like,
now I got the song in my head.
That's old.
So the Brits, they love their humor.
They love their humor, they love their sketch comedy, and they're a little bit dirtier than we are, which one wouldn't expect given their global reputation as being reserved. But like you look at Benny Hill, and that was a show for dirty old men, and we all again watched that when we were 7 years old. But so
why were we watching that?
It was the 80s.
Hey, Gabe, where'd you get your mug?
Where'd I get my mug?
Yeah.
This is merch.
Do you have one
Twinsies.
too, Joe?
Where else?
Where,
else?
Joe, where can
Twinsies.
people get a mug? Tell us about the
Twinsies.
mug.
Better question is, why don't you have one? I've asked that before, I think. I'm just
Because my
saying.
iced tea doesn't come in a mug.
You could pour it into one. But, you know, like, we've got mugs. We've got tumblers. You could pour your iced tea into one. Magnets, hats, T-shirts with exclusive designs. We've got 3 designs for the winter. Even though it's going into spring, it's going to be, Lord knows that the weather has been a roller coaster. So you're going to need, for at least the next month or so, a crew neck sweatshirt or a pullover hoodie or a zip-up hoodie. And you can find all that, maybe more, at jersey-oddcast.printify.me.
Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for.
I know. So it's almost
Oh, yeah.
Easter, and it's almost the season where we start coloring eggs. And that smell, we all know the smell of coloring eggs, right?
Hot vinegar.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
So when we think about playing an Easter egg hunt, and we've all participated, Gabe and I have hid Easter eggs
Hidden.
for my cousin's Easter egg hunts over the years, those plastic eggs. When I was a kid, we used to use hard-boiled eggs. So here's my question. For the odd poll, do you think the egg hunt should be plastic eggs with just a little candy or treats inside, or should you use real eggs, or should you use a hybrid, a little bit of both? What do you think?
I'm going to go with a hybrid of both. I would say for outside, plastic eggs are the smart way to go. But I know, like, when I was a child, the Easter Bunny would hide actual hard boiled eggs
Right?
throughout the house, and we would have
Yes.
to find them inside, but not outside. Outside, I think, is reserved for plastic, and the actual eggs are inside. This way, my father, when he was a child, he used to have an outside Easter egg hunt, and they would be real eggs outside. And there was one time where he was trying to find where the Easter Bunny had hidden his eggs, and he discovered, much to his dismay, that a cat had also found the eggs and left an Easter package with the eggs. So yeah,
Plastic all the way for the outside. How about for you,
plastic
Gabe?
all the way.
For me, I just go with plastic. I think it's probably the cleaner method. It's a lot less work to put it together. That's what I'd go with. Why not?
I'm with Joe. I think inside, like if it's just for like your kid or your kids, do the hard-boiled eggs inside, and the outside go crazy with all the plastic ones that you want. I will say this, that one time, I think I was like in high school coloring eggs with my mom. My brother's friend Ryan Lamb, shout out Ryan Lamb, came over to the house and he's, oh, let me help. So we sat down and helped color a couple eggs. And Ryan, being a teenage boy, took a non-hard boiled egg and mixed it into the mix.
Oh no.
So that when my
Okay.
mother cracked eggs a couple days later, like for a hard-boiled egg, she got a surprise.
Oh. Oh,
So
good
thank you,
heavens.
Ryan, for that memory.
There you go. Wherever you are, Ryan Lamb.
He's also Robbie's, my brother's friend, who liked to gargle with the vinegar once we were done, and turn his
Oh,
mouth
goodness.
purple or yellow, whatever. He was a teenage boy. I didn't say he's doing it now as a 50-something-year-old adult. He was a teenage boy.
How
Goes
would you
those.
know? You don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't
He might
say.
still do. That might be a tradition. Might do it every year now. Might call him Purple Mouth Lamb. You don't know.
I'm gonna have to text my brother and ask.
Yeah.
Okay. If your business is in need of regular dumpster service, or maybe you are cleaning out a home or a property and you need temporary dumpster service, please call our friends at United Roll-Off.
That's right. Looking for fast, reliable dumpster service? Call United Roll-Off and Service and Recycling LLC, family owned by the Grasso family and proudly serving South Jersey since 1999. 3 generations strong, United Roll-Off is your local solution for household cleanouts, construction debris, concrete, and yard waste with 11, 20, and 30-yard dumpsters ready when you need them. Serving Hammonton and all of Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, Cumberland, and Gloucester counties, they've got the size, service, and local touch you can trust. Visit them at 735 Wiltsey's Mill Road, Hammonton, or call 609-561-8287 to get started today. United Roll-Off, local, loyal, and ready to haul.
Guys, how do you feel about caviar? I like it. Do you like it?
I've had it once or twice. It's okay. I keep remembering. Did you ever see?
Probably
Oh,
not.
I think it's Mr. Destiny. Jim Belushi, Michael Caine. There's a scene where his father is dating Kathy Ireland, and
Beautiful.
he said she doesn't know what it is. She thinks it's salty candy. That's what I think of when I've had caviar. It's like salty candy. It's okay.
I don't know if you guys know this, and I love sourcing my Oddcast Odd Facts. It's time for the Oddcast Odd Fact. Believe it or not, New Jersey was once the caviar capital of the world. Back in the
Really?
yes, I was mind blown. Back in the late 1800s, the Delaware River was packed with massive sturgeon, the fish that produces caviar. A German immigrant named Henry Schacht, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, saw an opportunity and kicked off a booming industry right here in South Jersey. Towns like Caviar, yes, that was the actual name, became hubs for processing and shipping roe to big cities like New York and Philadelphia, and then eventually internationally. At its peak, the U.S. was producing about 90% of the world's caviar, and most of it came from New Jersey.
Is that right?
So the next time you hear caviar champagne, just remember Jersey used to be the reason that pairing existed. Boom. Mic drop. Isn't that an awesome factoid?
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I don't even know what to do with that. I really don't.
I know. It's like New Jersey really is the center of the world. We say it's Hammonton, but it's New Jersey.
Oh, it is, and it's time we get our due for that. You welcome world for the caviar.
Yeah. It's only popular because of us. We were able to do it. Now, look, we took too much sturgeon. Yeah, but there was a company that in the last couple of years was trying to bring it back, too. It's like a fishing farm company.
Okay.
So. Joe, we had beautiful weather over the weekend, sunny days. What is that going to be like for the rest of the week?
Well, since you asked, it sounds like it's time for the Oddcast forecast. Go into the app on my smartphone and sponsored by Ben Castone Landscaping. Call Ben Castone for all your landscaping needs at 609-561-3452. They're here to keep your yard looking great no matter what the season. And the next several days are going to be nice, but we are looking at a roller coaster past that, which we'll get to in a couple of days. But at least Wednesday, we're looking at a high of 56 and a low of 44, which, considering that we just had some colder nights, we'll take that, and partly to mostly sunny to cloudy later that day. Thursday, we're looking at a high again of 70 and a low of 55, but we're going to see increasing cloudiness that day with rain and showers overnight, which will bring the temperature down on Friday with a high of 60 and a low again of 29. So if that's why I say there's still plenty of time to buy the sweatshirts and so forth, because you're going to need them. You're going to need them for a little bit longer. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have new merch coming out in the next couple of weeks, so it's very exciting.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
You can find the Jersey Oddcast online, jerseyoddcast.com. You can find us on all your favorite streaming apps, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple, wherever you like to stream your podcast, we're there. YouTube's very popular. Linktree has all of our links. And you can always give us a call, too. What is that number, Joe?
That number is 609-444-6178.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll be back next week with more chaos, commentary, and community. Because someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
Bye.
they do.
Have a great week.